What's up, guys? Boogie back again with another live stream. I just thought I should check in with you guys and just give you another live stream. We're gonna react to a couple of videos, but do me a favor as you're jumping in, show me your support, like the video, show me Atria, show me you're here because you want to support Boogie, because you want to support, you know, your boy doing his thing. So I got a few videos that I'm gonna react to with you guys. So just give me 1 second. We're gonna get into it, but please, first of all, thank you so much if you clicked on this live stream. We're gonna get into it. We have a lot to review. We have a lot to talk about. But do me a favor and like the video. Um, yeah. So let me get myself situated because we gotta cook today. We gotta cook. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're all feeling well and feeling blessed. It's another good day. So just do me a favor, like the video. Do me a favor, like the video. All right. Okay, so a couple of videos we gotta go through. I'll be putting all the links down below in the description because I don't finish all the videos. I just want to react to a few um, important topics. Uh, a few important conversations that I think would be great for everybody. But let's get into it, man. All right, here we go. First video. Do me a favor as you're coming in, guys. Just like the video. All right. All right, here we go. First video. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Um, give me 1 second. We struggle streaming, but we got it. We're gonna figure it out. All right. All right, guys. Do me a favor, guys, as we're waiting for a few more people. Just do me a favor, like the video. But we're about to start cooking. Just like the video, support your boy, and then what's up, people? What's good, man? Like the video, as you come in. We're about to start cooking. All right, guys. I'm just having a few technical difficulties. All right, I got it. You know, Boogie had to figure it out. I got it. So let's go. Let me not even waste your time. Let's just go. Let's get into it.
Part where they had the exchange about her was like, did she ask him to hold it back?
Yep.
Or what happened? Can you go back to that exchange? I don't get it. If they're friends, he agreed to run that.
We are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed. So we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We go, we do the errand stuff. Of course, it's my errands, so I'm really the only one buying anything. I don't get that much stuff, but I've got a good enough size bag and had walked about 20 minutes to the store, so we have to walk about 20 minutes back. The bag is kind of heavy. This dude, he's a big, muscular dude. I'm not exactly like a big, muscular woman. And I just said, can you please carry this? Oh, this is where a lot of people are going to be divided and be like, well, of course, it's your bag. Why would he carry it? It's fair enough. And that was exactly his reasoning. For me, it immediately killed the mood because I wasn't looking at this as an expectation that he had to do it. I asked because we are trying to be friends and he's stronger than I am. When we were talking it out, he said, oh, I would do that for a girlfriend, but I wouldn't do that for just anyone. I would do that for someone special. I don't understand the concept of doing nice things for people only in a particular situation. The fact that he said, what were you going to give me in return is a really weird question to pose on someone when you've just met them. His other answer was that he just didn't want to be taken advantage of, to which I said, you would feel taken advantage of because you would carry someone's bag? Well, you know, some girls are like that. They want you to carry their stuff. They want you to buy stuff for them. But this is getting even more confusing for me because I didn't ask you to buy anything. I simply just asked if you could carry this for me. What was also really hurtful about that is immediately.
I agree, Isaiah.
Okay.
Isaiah,
all right.
great.
So yeah, he agreed to go with her. He agreed to go with her to the store. She asked him, do you want to run these errands with me? He goes to run the errands. They go to the store together. They're going back to the same destination together. Like she said, she didn't expect anything, but they're walking 20 minutes, which again, bizarre. But my thing is, she didn't have the expectation.
That's why she said he killed the move.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is,
that was an expectation.
Well, when she asked him, yeah, he killed the move when she asked him, and he had this issue with it. I see both sides. For me, it's just like, me personally, I probably wouldn't ask, but I don't really deal with like male counterparts that wouldn't assist me with the bag, especially if that's like
Bag
my
holder.
friend. It'll be like, hey, Jay, I got you. Like, let me help you with that. It's not a weird thing like, what you gonna do for me? Like this whole, I gotta move a certain type of way because I don't want to. It's just weird. Like if that's
if I can,
I think that's cool.
If it was a female.
I think
Say it
that's
again?
cool. I think it's cool that you don't deal with certain type of guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I don't have
you
no
guys are just
problem.
normal around women.
I do have a question for Jazz.
I don't have any problem with the fact that you don't deal. If you choose as a woman,
Yeah. If I'm
you
with my
choose as a
homegirl,
woman, if you choose as a woman not to deal with a certain type of guy because you don't feel like it serves you in a way that you would like it for it to serve you, I don't see no problem with that.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, why does it have to be something wrong with him if on the flip side, he decides not to deal with you in the way that it serves him?
there's nothing wrong with him. I think
Y'all
that
are making it seem like it's a problem.
if there's nothing,
They just want to take advantage of men. They claim they want independence. They claim they don't like men. They claim, they're stronger than men these days. Some of them claim they're stronger than men. They claim they want nothing to do with men, but then they want men to be their friends in the little friend zone and use them the way they see fit. Because the way she's saying, oh, I want male friends who are going to carry my bags. If the male friend told her, come to my apartment and cook me a meal, she's going to be like, I'm not your wife. So Mariam, you're right. Who carries her bags when the men are not there? And I can guarantee when she's out shopping with her female friends, with her besties, with her girlies, like they call them these days, she doesn't ask them to carry her bags because she's a strong, independent woman. She carries her bags and the friend carries her bags. But for this one time, she's out shopping with a man who's not even her boyfriend. If he refuses to carry a bag, it's an issue. The double standards.
wrong with him. I just think that if he wasn't,
There's something wrong with him.
decided to go run an errand, he should have known there would have been bags there.
Oh
He
my
should have
God.
known there was going to be bags there.
He should have known there are going to be bags. So next thing we're going to know, next thing she's going to say, he should have known he was supposed to pay because he came out shopping with me. He's not my boyfriend, but he should have known coming to do errands with me means he's got to pay. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
He should have known that he was going to have to be carrying bags for the next 20 minutes.
I just want to go ahead and put my little two
I
cents
just
in
don't think
real
it's that
quick.
serious. Like, why is it a chip on your shoulder about carrying a bag? Is it that deep?
Why is it a chip
But
on
it's
your
masculinity.
Is your masculinity threatened by a bag?
I just wanted to respond real quick.
You see how this go? It goes from, okay, you know what? I respect it. We just ain't got to mess with each other. To now it's a threat on your masculinity.
Yeah,
and
sassy.
you're not
He's like, well, what are you going to do for me? And I would only do that. He's like, overthinking it. When, baby, we're just going to the store, picking some stuff up and going back to the place
He's not
together.
your man.
You're overthinking it. Like, I'm trying to take advantage of
not.
you.
I just don't want to carry your bags.
She said it was their first time meeting. She said it was their first time knowing each other. He decided to go to the store with her, and he's overthinking it. Like she's about to take advantage because they're walking back to the same place together. And she's like, "Hey, can you help me with this bag? Like, is it that deep?"
Well, and so you not, but see, the problem is that the question wasn't really a question. It was an expectation. You asked it expecting for me to say yes. You didn't ask it to give me the choice.
Exactly.
And my point is that I don't believe that women truly respect men in the way that they advocated for equal.
Exactly.
And so I think that y'all pick and choose the time that y'all want to be equal. And then you pick and choose the time when you expect for a guy to do something for you when you don't even notice.
Comes, oh no, a real man provides, right? When the bill comes, a real man provides, right? But when the bill doesn't come, when it has nothing to do with paying a bill, oh, now we're equal. I'm equal to my man, we are 50-50. But when the check comes, when the rent is due, oh no, a real man provides. For some reason, they all know what a real man can do. They never say what a real woman does.
He don't know you. It's his first time meeting you. He never asked you on a date. You asked him to accompany you.
Fact.
And so if he say no, then just keep it moving. Don't start.
But he didn't say no, Anton. He went with her to the store.
He did say no. He said no.
No, he went with her to the store.
That was after they went to the store, Jazz.
He went to the store with her. They got groceries on the way back. He had an attitude about holding bags.
Yeah, when she asked him, she said she specifically asked him for the bags to be held. That's when he said no.
Yeah,
I never said he had an attitude. Ever.
What I'm
No,
saying
he
is,
didn't have an attitude. She ended up.
what I'm saying is he agreed to go to the store. I'm not saying that she should
But
have.
that
She said in the video she didn't have expectations, but she asked him when they were walking back, like, "Hey, can you maybe hold this one?" And he had all of these reasoning why he shouldn't hold it. When it's for me,
Because
it's
she
they
just
had
like,
a
wanted him
20
to
minute
hold
because
all
they
the
had a
bags.
20
She
minute
said
walk.
bags. She
Because
said
they
more
had a
than
20
one bag.
minute walk.
well, I don't
Listen,
know.
y'all,
For me, I
listen,
just don't
listen.
think it's that serious.
Y'all,
If you
y'all
got a
think
chip on your
that
shoulder
Both
as
parties
a
should
man
come
about
to
holding a bag, then
y'all think that it's gonna change.
Of course, to a woman, it's not that serious. You know why? Because she benefits. She gets the benefit of a man who's not her man, who's not the husband, who's not her boyfriend, giving her boyfriend treatment. That's why women like men who are in the friend zone, because they get to use them the way they want. If her tire gets blown out, oh, John, can you come help me? Because she knows John actually likes her, but she just put him in the friend zone. If something goes wrong, if she's due on rent, or if she needs somebody to watch her kids as she goes out with Boogie, she's gonna call John in the friend zone to watch the kids while another guy claps them cheeks. That's why they like men in the friend zone. But when men speak up, when men put their boundaries and they put their foot down, hey, we're just friends, okay? You can't use me, you can't make me give you boyfriend treatment. They don't like it. So they would rather men just say yes to everything they say.
Y'all, to say no to a chick
it's not that
that
serious.
asks you to do something
It's
that
not
you
my
are
fault.
not required to do. You're not required to do it. You don't have to do
He's
nothing.
not, but it's like it's
You
also
don't like her, you can say no, and
if he didn't like her, he
he
shouldn't
ain't
have went to the store
disrespect
with
her.
her.
He ain't disrespect her. He didn't say none of that stuff. He just chilling.
No,
And
and
so
Can
now,
I just wanna give my 2 cents real quick.
Go ahead,
'Cause I
Kamar.
waited a bit. I can see both sides, honestly. I'm brought up in the South. I'm used to Southern hospitality, so that's what I'm used to. I'm used to men just willing to give a hand, willing to pick something up and stuff like that. So like it's nothing, if I'm around anybody like, oh, let me help you with that real quick, sister. Let me, queen, whatever. That's just what we used to down here because that's just Southern hospitality. But I know that Southern hospitality doesn't resonate everywhere. And I do respect men's decision on not wanting to help as well, especially if we're asking them. Just like if they were to ask us, hey, ma'am, I would like to get to know you better. Can I have your number? It's just as simple as a no and keep it pushing. But we get upset whenever they're like, oh, well, I ain't want you anyway. You ugly anyway, and they come with all that pushback. It's like, honestly, I see this woman doing the same thing. Like it's, you ask the question, you say you didn't have expectations, but you really expected. Your intention was expecting him to say, yeah, because she mentioned, oh, you got big muscles. Why are you mentioning his big muscles if you didn't have the expectation of him actually carrying something? So I feel like it's really disingenuous for her to be like, oh, I wasn't expecting something. And you really pressed, you felt some kind of way as soon as he gave you his no. That's his boundary. And I feel like on both ends, boundaries need to be respected. If we want to be respected when we say no, then
Facts.
they should be respected as well if they say no, for whatever reason he felt like he wanted to keep, explaining
Yes.
himself, he really didn't even need to explain himself. It should have just been a no, you know what I'm saying? But I do agree, like, hey, his no was no, and you should have never expected it to begin with. This is a different era. We dealing with different people. Everybody not the same. So that's just my thing.
I do agree.
Yeah, the days of men just being gentlemen for the sake of it, women killed that. Because I'm sure some men, I don't know if it has happened to you guys, but there's some women, you try to open the door for them, they tell you, I can do this for myself. I don't need a man to open the door for me. So once a man gets that one experience, or even if you don't experience it and you see it on social media, and a woman is talking about, I don't want men to talk to me, they're stalking me. Most men are smart enough to be like, you know what? I don't want to put myself in that position. I don't want to have to go viral on TikTok because I was trying to be a gentleman, but some woman thought I was stalking her. So as a smart man, once you see that on social media, you would be a fool to try to be a gentleman, because women have told you time and time again, we don't want gentlemen. We can do everything a man can do. Don't open my car door. Don't pay my bills. Don't need you, bitch ass nigga. All those things they say. Only a fool would go and try to be a gentleman. But now apparently, when a man is not a gentleman, it's an issue. They're complaining. And you know the first thing they say? Oh, you're not a real man. You're sassy. You're gay. You must like men. You must be down low. They call you all sorts of things just because you have the boundary. They want a yes man to just say yes to everything they say.
I agree with that. I want to say that I thought initially.
No, Ty, your mic not working.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought initially that they were on a date. It's different if you're on a date and the lady asks you to hold her bag, but just y'all going to a casual event and she expecting you to hold her bag is kind of weird. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with
but the situation was them going to a store to run an errand, and she had bags with her, and they were walking back.
But do you think, Jazz, that she should expect him to hold her bag?
No, I don't think. I think expectations are like. Your expectations will always lead to disappointment. You should never expect anything from anybody.
Okay, so what's the issue?
I also don't think that men should have like, they shouldn't be overthinking every interaction with women, that they are like so worried about being
It's kind of hard based off of how society is currently. Like anything you say can be scrutinized. Just like Anton saying, I look like I'm a homosexual. Anything you do can be scrutinized. And people can take it and flip it and make it look a different way.
That's not what I said.
I get that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like men these days are like super hyper focused on like being this super macho. I'm a man. You're not gonna play me. I'm not like the rest, and they just can't even be normal with women. You know what I'm saying? It's like
because women say they don't want men to be normal. Jazz, which world are you living in? I could literally go on social media and I could pull out like 1,000 videos of women telling men they don't want normal men. If they wanted normal men, there's so many men who are normal, which to me, a normal person is that the average person is normal. So which means if there's so many normal men, so many average men, they wouldn't be single. If women really wanted men to be normal, they don't want normal men. They want extraordinary men or men who are really down here. So it's either you're ultra rich or you are really like a gangster or some shit.
But that's trauma, though. But that's
okay to be
trauma.
It's okay to be smooth. You know what I mean? If you got that much trauma, baby, go seek therapy before you get back to dating.
But that's the same thing that we be saying about the women, though, Jazz. We be telling the women go to therapy, but they don't want to go to therapy. They be like, I'm good.
This is how you know.
Any woman or man that got them this much
expectation. This was really an expectation. Because the minute that he said no, it wasn't okay, cool, keep it moving. It's it ain't all of that. You ain't got to do this. If you really need therapy, now you need therapy.
Now you're sassy and gay.
Like you can't just be respected.
Well, I was just speaking to what Carmine was saying.
You can't get the same level of respect. He didn't disrespect her. He ain't say none of that type of stuff.
Just said no.
But see, this is why I tell guys, you know what I'm saying? You have the right to say no. Because you get to see who a person really. As a matter of fact, I think that more guys should say no, just to see what her attitude is going to be like from the very beginning. Because that's not even the type of friend that you want to be around. Because everybody is going to be your friend when you say yes.
Facts.
Yes, everybody is going to be cool with you if you say yes. The minute that you say no is when you really get to expose whether or not they really messing with you or not. And so
that even goes to family members. You guys ever have a family member or family members who always asking you for shit? Hey, can you watch my kids? You say yes. Hey, can you send me $100? You say yes. Hey, can you do this for me? Can I borrow your car? You say yes. The moment you ever say no, they're going to forget everything nice you did for them in the past. And they're going to focus on the one time you say no. They're going to say the worst things about you. That's why for me, if family members ask me for shit, I say no. And then I give them when they don't ask me. Now, unless it's really an emergency, I see it an emergency. But this shit of send me $100, give me $50 here, I just say no. That way they're used to me saying no. So when I say yes, they really appreciate it. Because when you keep saying yes, the moment you say no, I'm telling you they're going to say the worst shit about you.
Wasn't this their first encounter though?
I think that you should say no, especially in the very beginning, just to see what the expectation is of whether or not they even worthy of being in your presence or carrying your bag in the first place.
Facts.
So what if
you
women
think
do that too?
and then I
Women
believe
just
you think that a
automatically say
woman
no.
so
What
you
if the
think
women
that if
just
a woman
automatically say no to everything? What if they take your advice?
do. He read the
What are you
room.
talking
No,
about?
hold on.
You
But he
said
read the room.
that you believe men should automatically say no to set the stage. What if women did that as well? They automatically say
No, he said men should start saying no, because the average woman always gets a yes from a man, because most men really don't get pussy like that. So most men tolerate BS because they want some pussy. So a man will, that's why a man will literally sleep with a woman he hates just because it's a pussy. But once men start having boundaries and saying no, that's why most women are shocked when a man says no, because her entire life, most men are literally worshiping the ground she walks on. So when she meets a man who says no for this one time, she's like, oh my God, what is this? Like, she has never seen, a man has never said no.
They do.
Questionable at
They
the-
already
at
do
best.
that. What are you talking about? Women already say no to everything. They say
you-
no out the gate.
I'm not,
No,
hold on,
I ain't
wait.
doing
I'm not
that.
sure who's saying that. Who's so you say no to everything too?
Who?
Who
You.
you asking?
Who, me?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't need to say no to everything because I'm
So you're
married.
lying. If that's the case, then women
No.
don't automatically
Let me
just
tell
say
you
no.
something.
You're telling
No.
you're lying. You're lying.
I'm already,
This nigga's
listen.
wild, bro.
Shine Wilson, I'm already married.
Get him,
I'm
Kamaya.
talking about whenever I wasn't married, I would say no. And I witnessed
Did you say
many
no to your
women.
husband? Did you say no to your husband?
You said, did I
What does
say
that
no to him
That
about
has
what?
nothing
Did
to
you
do
say
with
no to
anything.
your husband? Did you
Why would
start
I
off with
say
saying
no to my husband? He's my husband.
Oh my God,
Okay,
this
so
guy.
don't give people bad advice and tell them to say no initially.
You
when
don't need to give
that.
people bad advice
You
because
are.
I'm speaking about single women out here
Yep.
dating. Keep it on the
Exactly.
subject.
This guy and Jazz, they're on the same page. They should become best friends. They have the same mindset.
Talking about this single woman
Were
that
you
was
not
going to
single
a
at one
game
time?
night.
Were you not single at one time?
You
Were
said
you not
what?
single at one time?
That's what I'm telling you. I
Were
used to
you
say
not-
no when I
you
was
were
single.
you
Keep
didn't
up.
take the advice you're
Keep
giving.
up. What are you talking about? I
I'm
used to
talking
say
about-
no
Kamaya,
all
get
the
it.
time to dudes that I was not interested in. I would not play around. I would not pass go. I would not collect $200 damn dollars. I was saying no all the time. When I met
Did you
my
do that to your
husband,
husband?
I became a yes woman. What I'm
Did you do
saying
that?
is there's many women out here that's already saying no. Keep up. Stay on topic.
And I think that women should say no, especially to guys that they're not interested in,
Yep.
instead of taking advantage of them and using them and leading them to believe that it's going to be
Well,
something.
who's talking
more than
about
it is.
people you're not
If
interested in?
if more people was up front with what it is that they really thought and what they really believe, you would have less misunderstandings. You would have less people getting caught in the friend zone. I don't know who's is echoing.
That's
You would
fine.
have less people getting caught in the friend zone, and you would have less guys spending money trying to impress people that don't even care nothing about them.
I agree, but it's just
I
in this
agree.
scenario, this wasn't that. These were just two grown.
It was exactly that. We have a woman who has a guy she put in a friend zone, and she's trying to use him for boyfriend benefits. But if it was a man using a woman for girlfriend benefits and they're not in a relationship, she wouldn't agree. She would be like, girl, don't do it. You're not his girlfriend. You're not his wife. The double standards are crazy. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. What's up, guys? I see Mariam in the chat. I see William. Who else is in the chat? I see Isaiah. Isaiah, what's up, man? Been a while. Haven't seen you yet. Anyway, next video. Let's go to whatever podcast. I hope I didn't do this video yet. I don't think I did, but all right, let's do this next video from whatever podcast. Guys, like the video, support your boy. Let's see. All right, let's go. Here's the video. This is an old video, but I just thought it would be nice to do. So, oh no. All right, ready? Ready on here I count. You can hide.
It was like an Andrew Tate.
Go find you. All right, shout out to Hotel Podcast, but looks like they did add captions in this one. But anyway, let's go.
Said that he wants a virgin over like a girl with like a higher body count, right? That just screams.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I did
whoa.
the same thing
Hold on.
last time and they hated me. for it.
I'll
Let me-
keep it more PG.
Let me play
Okay.
this one more.
So you're saying if an older guy wants a virgin like her,
You're not a virgin. I mean, you may be
if
born
an older
again,
guy,
but
hold on, if
it's a
an older
different
guy,
subject.
You might be bored.
ladies, if an older guy wants a virgin like Grace, that makes him a pedophile. That's what you're saying right now.
Okay, he's like what, pushing 40? So how many
So
35,
let's say
40?
she meets
which
a
who's
38-year-old.
speaking, you?
She meets a 38-year-old. Does that make him a
How old is
pedophile?
she? How old are you?
23.
23, 38. That's like
What?
how big of a difference? I don't know. I didn't go
Well,
to college.
Andrew Tate is 36. Okay, let's just.
He's
make-
pushing 40. How many 36-year-old virgins are there? Probably not many.
Yeah, but he wants to date like young baddies.
He wants someone who's barely legal. That sounds like someone who grooms.
Nah.
Because she's
This is
forgetting a part
such-
of what
I'm
Andrew
so
Tate was
fucking tired
saying.
of hearing this
He
shit on
wasn't
the
just
podcast.
saying a virgin. He was saying somebody under the age of 20. So it was like 18 to 20 was his gap ratio.
Can she go to the bar with you?
No.
He said his ideal one was a 19-year-old when he was 36.
That's-
She ain't getting a
big
big
We
bar.
have
bar.
a newsflash for you. That's a lot of guys.
We know. We already went over it, and that's.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it right.
Well, it
No,
doesn't.
it-
It doesn't
it
make
is
it
right.
wrong just because you think it's wrong.
Maybe there's a
A
reason
lot of
This has
girls'
been-
ideals is rich guys, but
That's
are we
fine.
allowed-
Does
we
it
can't,
hasn't
like,
doesn't
go
play on
for it.
their age though? I mean,
Was he old enough to drive when she was born?
What does that have to do
That's
with
a good
anything?
point. That's like it's like a way to tell the age gap is like too
just
extreme.
because you guys feel like it's wrong doesn't make it wrong. This has been the norm throughout all of human history. Older guys with resources go for younger women. It's fine. That's human nature.
And younger women like older guys with money. They leave the younger guys their age and then they go for the rich guys. That's just life. I mean,
Younger adult women.
Yes.
because they
Debatable.
would go for a 14-year-old if they could.
No,
so they're
no,
getting the
no,
next
no,
best
no.
thing.
Come
This
on.
is
That's what he
projection.
said.
This is projection.
It's not. How's projection? You think I want a 14-year-old? If anything, you're projecting right now,
What?
not me. That's
Okay, I
I'm
will
just
say
telling you
something.
what human nature is like and what it's been like throughout history. Men go
and
for
I'm
younger
telling you, it
women.
doesn't just because it's
Doesn't
human
make-
nature.
doesn't make them- doesn't
Human
make them
nature is also
pedophiles.
men go out for human nature and don't know how to keep it in their pants. That's still human nature. Doesn't mean to make it right. Just because it's human nature doesn't mean it's right.
There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs
There's
closed
kids
either.
who
Kiko,
grow up
there's
who are
there's plenty
raised
of
and
women
they're
who
gonna
can't
Says
keep their
the
legs
born again
closed.
Right.
Christian.
There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs closed. Doesn't make that right.
Just because you're like she said a born again virgin doesn't mean just you can have all these new opinions of keeping your legs closed or you guys
What?
like
No, you just said there's plenty of guys who can't keep it in their pants.
I
That
was-
doesn't make it right.
I was making a
That's not
synonym for
okay.
rape. I didn't want to say rape
What?
on here is what I meant.
Wait,
By
what
keeping
are
their
we-
pants, I was
what are
saying
we
they
even
take it on
talking
about?
unwilling suspects. is
How
what I
did
was
this
saying.
What?
devolve
Not-
into rape?
Because
What
I was
are you
saying
talking about?
that's what I was saying earlier, but I was trying to use a synonym and not just use that word, just throwing it out there. But I was saying that's why you were saying human nature. There's men who like younger women by human nature. I was also saying it's human nature with how big a percentage of men we have who go out and rape women. Doesn't mean it's
Whoa,
correct.
okay, hold on.
I don't know a single guy.
Okay.
Can
Wait,
You
I
don't,
that's
say
I would
too rare.
guarantee you, I would
That's
guarantee you,
insane.
some of your close friends have probably assaulted a woman.
What?
Facts.
Just based on
Facts.
numbers.
What
It's
the
numbers.
fuck?
It's 1 in 4.
No.
That's just
No.
based on
No.
numbers.
Okay.
Okay,
no.
I don't think that's fair to
No,
the men.
It's not
here.
1 in 4.
But you're
But
not
I
sexually
do-
active, so how would you know?
I do
What?
want to say something.
Let's
on
let.
that.
Okay, Grace, go ahead,
Just
and
real
then
quick.
we'll come back in.
I think I see where you girls are at with what Andrew Tate said and seeing it going through your head and then filtering it through that, seeing him as a pedophile or like that's leading to that. I think though, if you really look at what he's saying and you really watch that, what he's saying is that he doesn't want an older woman who's been with a bunch of partners because he wants to be, I'm not siding with him completely, but I do think that he has a good point that men do want women who have less baggage.
Why?
From-
They want to be
because-
worshipped?
Because no,
No.
Why
I mean,
would
yeah, but why do you want them to want women with baggage? Like, that doesn't make sense. You know, this woman would not tell women to date a broke man, would not tell women to date a man without money, right? But as soon as men have preferences, it's an issue. When men have preferences, women are like, why? Why do you want that? No, you should want this. Women want to tell men what they should want. But how dare you as a man ever try to tell a woman what she should want? In fact, I believe for the most cases, men want the best for women, and women are like, no, he's not on my level. It's like, no, it's the law-abiding citizen. He makes $50,000. He has no kids. He's a good guy. She's like, no, he's not a good guy because he doesn't have money.
The guy want a woman with less baggage.
Actually married. Like, what the fuck? You guys
Because
don't even have
not
enough
that
fucking like clout to say.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's why like it makes sense though for people like
I don't
Chase.
get it.
Yeah.
People like Chase who would want somebody with lower body count because he's also now saving himself. So that makes sense because he's saving himself now, so he wants somebody else who's saving himself. Andrew Tate's not fucking saving himself. He's going out and probably fucking multiple women a day. So it's a little weird for somebody who wants somebody to be saving themselves when somebody's body count is probably over 300.
Are men and women the same?
Hold on though.
Are men and women the same?
Wait, hold on.
So you're saying men can go and have multiple partners, but
you
not
guys,
women.
hold on. Everybody. Andrew Tate didn't say he wants a woman who's saving herself. He simply said that he wants a girl who has a lower body count and less baggage. Because
12-year-olds.
No, that's not what he said.
No.
That's not what he said.
Not all of us.
That's not what he said.
He said like 18 to 26.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't even be mad about this. This is your fault.
What? No, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
What's
You can't accuse men who want legal
You're getting a
of age
little-
women. You guys are accusing men who want legal of age women of being pedophiles. That is
If
a
50-year-old
crime.
man wants an 18-year-old, it's fucking
Now
weird.
it's just evolving.
Weird.
First it was
Because
mid
you know why?
30s, now it's 50.
Can I
You,
say
you guys are making it
Some
more and more
because
ridiculous.
It's like, for me, I'm only 22 years old, and when I see most 18-year-old boys, they literally look like children to me. They look like a whole fucking child that I could have birthed myself. When I see a
Women are
16-year-old
not-
boy, they literally look like infants.
Yeah, but women and men are attracted to different things. Honestly, I think the same things men and women are attracted to in each other is probably maybe good character and good moral character. That's the thing that may be the same thing. Maybe good money management skills. Other than that, everything men like, women like the opposite, right? When women are crying for I want a guy who's 6 feet, very few men, if any, are crying I need a woman who's 6 feet. Completely different. You know what I mean? So for her to compare herself to men, like as if men and women like the same things, is I would think that's common sense. But clearly the only issue they have is that they know at some point they're going to be 30, 35, 45. And then the guys they don't like now in their age group will want younger women. But it's like you didn't want them when they were your age group. You wanted older guys. They never talk about that. They only make it seem like it's just the older men who want younger women. But those younger women are saying yes. They don't want the guys their age. They go for the older men because they have money.
Okay, I'm attracted to women too. If I see a 16-year-old girl, I'm like, they still look like a fucking child.
We're not talking
They look
about
like a
16.
child.
We're not talking
I
about
know,
16
but you're not getting my point.
She
You're not
keeps
getting my
talking about
Okay,
teenagers.
even an 18-year-old girl now at 22 years old, I see most 18-year-olds. I'm like, holy crap, you look like a whole child, like a freaking infant compared to me, and I'm only 22.
Infants?
So that's why it's weird to me. Yes.
Okay.
Like off the bat,
Let's
I
not
could
get
tell
into
that she
semantics.
is a
You know what she's
baby.
trying to get at.
Thank you. Off the bat, I could tell that she was the youngest one in this room immediately. It was obvious. It was obvious. She carries herself very youngly. It's not something, even though she's only
Shots
a year
fired.
younger than me.
Shots
But no, but
fired.
seriously,
Shots
you could just tell. Like, you could just tell. And if that's what you're seeking out, it's weird to me. Point blank, period.
You sound very
Okay.
triggered by it for
Yeah.
some reason.
I do because it's. I know it's not all men,
How old are you?
but it's 22.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's the men who try to act like it's not a big issue because
It's not an issue.
It's not.
It's
It's not an issue
man.
for men.
It's not an issue at all.
It's
No.
not. It's not.
We're literally like so many guys.
What are you trying to say? Pedophilia is not an
No,
issue?
no.
No. Oh
That's
my.
basically what
you're
Oh
saying, though.
my God. Why do they always go to that? It's like, oh my God. They always try to paint men as monsters. Always. Like anytime a man has a preference, it's either say you hate women, you're gay. Now they're saying, oh, you're a PDE file. Like they always try to paint men's preferences as just monsters.
Oh.
You keep making it into pedophilia,
Yep.
but it's not.
That's our whole conversation.
You're
we
trying.
brought up. That's the conversation we're on right now.
You're trying to shame men for having preferences for younger women
by
labeling it something that's illegal.
Fact.
That's a classic. That's a classic shame tactic.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about having interest in women under the age of 18.
Fact.
We just said a lot of men prefer younger women. And you're like, that's fucking pedophilia. I think this is projection.
That's
you're probably
ad hominem.
Now let's move on to projection.
You're probably.
Do you know what projection means?
Yeah,
so then
you're
going to accuse me of being basically a pedophile. Then it's like,
no, I'm not accusing you.
Okay, but then
I'm not accusing you of being a
pedophile.
Okay, what I'm accusing you of is being triggered by this and trying to shame men
I'm
because
triggered
you know
by
it won't work in your favor someday.
Maybe I'm so triggered by it
She
from
knows
the time when I was underage and how many older men were trying to
But
get
we're
at
not-
me. I couldn't even walk down the street.
We're not
without-
talking
We're not
about the
talking
same
about those
thing.
guys.
We're not talking about the same thing. We're talking about adult. We're talking about adult women here between the age of
She had a point.
18
It's just
to
that
25.
everything kinda
But
shit.
calling an 18-year-old an adult
Doesn't
that's
matter.
like-
It's still legal.
Yes,
Doesn't
you're an
matter.
adult.
Doesn't
At
matter.
18.
See, they keep trying to change what the age is. So at 18, they don't want to be adults anymore. You know what that means? They don't want to be accountable for shit. But you know one thing I know for sure, if you're 18 and you kill someone, you're going to jail for life. No judge is going to be, oh, he's a teen, she's a teen, let's give her a chance. No, you killed someone, you're going to jail for life. But for some reason, when it comes to dating, then they try to change the legal age, right?
Still legal.
That's
You're
really
legally an adult.
crazy
How is
your
that-
You're
dad
legally an
Okay.
adult.
That way too.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I want to
can't
come in
wait
on
to
this.
see
So
this.
hold on. Let me come in and I'll let you. Okay, so first off, at 18 years old, you can buy a gun. You can
What
join
kind
the
of gun?
military.
Not all guns. So please
Just let him
clarify.
finish.
You
Let him.
can't-
Let him
Can I
finish.
stop-
Can you
Stop
stop interrupting?
talking.
Like,
Let
let me
him
talk.
Stop talking. Let him finish.
Okay, so at 18, you're an adult. You're legally an adult at 18. If you want to attach the teen to it at 18, 19, fine. But this is the thing, is that men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries. It happens to be the case that men are attracted to younger women for a myriad of reasons. And when I say younger women, I mean women, adult women from 18 and up, okay? 18, let's say 18 to 25. They've done studies on this. They ask men of all ages, the peak attractiveness that they see in women is between the age of like 20 and 21. 20 and 22 is what men find the most physically attractive, that age range. It's kind of funny, like men, we don't shame women for y'all preferences.
Exactly,
You want
for
a
the
guy
tall
who's
guys.
confident, rich, funny, charismatic, all these things, right? But men, we have different preferences than you guys do.
What's the
We're
age range
attracted
on the men that you're talking about from this observation?
from
It's when they
18
die.
from 18 to 60. Men
18
prefer
to 60,
yes,
okay.
men find the most of the women that they find the most attractive, it's between 20 and 22.
What about the 65-year-olds?
That-
It's the same. He showed a little thing, and it's like
It's-
basically it just stops
it's a
at like
chart.
22. Like they just stop finding women over the age of 22 attractive, no matter how old they get.
But it's funny, like men always get shamed for this. It's always met with some sort of contempt, disdain, shaming language, insecure. I'm not going to use the
But
word.
women get
If you
all
wanted
this
a girl-
stuff.
If you wanted a girl with big
Brian.
titties and a fat ass, I would say that's your preference, dude. Go for it. It's a preference. I understand that I have a problem with.
Okay, here's another reason why men buy it. There's an Evo Psych reason for why men care about a woman's age, why they prefer younger women. It comes down to fertility. Younger women
Yeah,
are
that
more
makes sense.
capable
Yep.
for
You
the
think that's
reason
common
why.
sense.
Okay, let's say you're 35. Let's say you're a 40-year-old man. You're not going to, if you want to have a family, you want to have children, you're not going to pair with a 40-year-old woman because the likelihood that she's going to be able to bring a pregnancy to term is minuscule. So as a 40-year-old guy, you're going to be looking younger. You're going to be looking late 20s, 30s, in that age range.
Especially if you're a 40-year-old guy and you want like 5 kids, you got your money and you want like 5 kids. Do you know what I mean? Because most women who are in that age group want maybe one, because they've been living there, summer girl, hot girl, summer, down in the streets. They don't have the motherly instinct. They want one, maybe 2, if you're lucky. But if you're the guy who's 40 years old and you want 5 kids, it's very unlikely that a 40-year-old woman is going to give you all those kids, right? Number 2, like he said, men respect women's preferences of tall, rich, and these things like that. If women want men to stop having their preferences, women have to change their preferences as well. Go date the bomb, go date the nice guy, go date the broke guy, the average guy. Start dating men who are 5'5", but for some reason women's preferences stay the same, and then they shame men.
Always be looking younger because but for biological reality, women at a certain age can no longer bring a child to term.
Fact.
So it's on an intellectual level, like I can think, okay, I'm not going to try to date a 40-year-old if I want to have kids, but also it's an evolutionary thing. We look for indicators of youth, and that's what we find attractive.
They hate that.
I get that point.
They hate that because at some point, the younger women are going to be competing with them.
And I would say that's a good percentage of the reason why, whatever, but I would think it's unfair to say that's the majority, because like where I think of the stereotypical, like huge age gap relationship, it's usually the divorced older man who already has his kids, an ex-wife who's now getting with the hot young 20-year-old. They don't even have kids 99% of the time. The guys who seek out these young girls, let me not say 99 because I know you guys are going to kill me.
They want him for the money though.
When I see most of these men with the younger girls, I honestly don't see most of them reproducing with them. Maybe on occasion, like on freaking Modern Family with Sofia Viagra, but usually they're not having kids.
I
get it.
Go ahead.
Just so your thing about age gap, kind of like just doesn't resonate with me because my parents have a 22-year age gap, and my dad was a divorced grandfather when he met my mom, who was 22 years younger and engaged, and he broke up her engagement as a divorced grandfather. And
how old was your mom?
My mom was 30 and my dad was 50.
So I think age gaps are automatically thrown out the window when 30 is involved.
Okay, I don't get that then.
Oh my God. This woman just keeps changing the goalpost. When she doesn't like something, she just changes the goalpost. When she loses the point, she changes the goalpost. Oh, so now a man who's 50 years old and a woman who's 30 years old is not an issue. The only issue she has if a woman is 20-something, or if a woman is 18 or 19. Oh, now it's an issue. But like, oh my God.
Because once you hit 30, you've gone through so much of your lifespan and you're so far away from 18 and like.
So do you think women aren't truly adults until they're 30? Like
no, I never said that. I never said that, but I think
that's what you implied by saying men should only date women who are 30 years old. You're implying before a woman hits 30, they're dumb. They just caught her. She just shot herself in the foot.
That a lot of women under the age of 25 or closer to that point don't have a lot in common with men who are 50 plus or whatever. And I think they do have more characteristics of just being young. I feel like once you're at 30, like especially my coworkers that I know, once they're at 30, you're just at a more adult place in your life. Not everybody, obviously, everybody's different. Everybody ages differently. But most 30-year-olds I know are at the same range as 40-year-olds and plus than my 25 and under friends that I know. So like, I don't want to be 22 living in my dorm in IV with 8 people going on. And then my boyfriend is dropping off his 3 kids to school or is going to be welcoming his, grandchild or something. Like it's just different
But
realms.
we don't want that either.
I know, I'm not saying you do, but she was just bringing up the age gap. Why I don't think 30 is different. Cause I think somebody at 30 is doing different things than somebody at 22, 23.
I'd agree with that. I don't
What
think
about the
the
sugar
guys I don't think men should be shamed though for having those preferences. As a woman, I'll say that because, and I don't think it's demeaning to women that they do. And the reason being is because it's biologically wired into them. So it's not them doing that to be, it's just a way.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on, I'll let you come in really quick.
So,
just to add to her point, it's rooted in biology and evolutionary. It's hardwired attraction traits. Go ahead.
But what about like the opposite? So if all these men of all these ages are all going for like the same age group, is there any like young men that are like, well, I don't stand a chance in hell. I'm not particularly rich and stuff. All I have is my youth. Is there any like, what about the sugar mama situation? Is there like the young men that's just like, well, I'm young, dumb, and full of cum. I don't want to get some bitch pregnant because that's a whole thing to deal with. And like, I could just go for them old baddies and they got their own money and they don't give a shit that I'm poor. I mean, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the sugar mommy there are very few sugar mommies out here. There are some, but they're very few. Because usually, even when a woman makes lots of money, she wants a man who makes even more money. So if you find a woman who's 50 years old, and let's say she makes $1 million, she's going to want a man who's either 60, 70, who makes 2 million, if not $5 million. So for a woman who makes $1 million at 50 years old to come down for a younger man, it's either just going to be obviously just for sex, or maybe she has really failed to get one of the older, richer guys. So it's very, very rare for a woman who makes lots of money to come down and get a younger man. If it happens, that's because she has failed to get the richer guy that she really wants.
So I'll speak to that. I dated a woman who's 45.
Right.
On the
She probably
finances
didn't need
side,
anything. I mean, maybe she wanted sex, but maybe financially.
Well, no, yeah, and she didn't have children, so she was, there weren't issues there. But I mean, it certainly wasn't a sugar mama situation.
Right. I mean, it didn't have to exactly be that. I was just thinking, it's like if everyone's going for the same young girls, what are the young guys going for? Like,
well,
do they stand a chance?
If you ask men like what they find attractive, they will say that. But most men probably they're not going to have either be physically attractive enough or be of a certain status level to be able to, if you're in your 30, if you're 35, but you're kind of a bum, you're good luck with the 20-year-olds, But Tatum, did you want to come in on this?
Oh,
your thoughts?
My thoughts
on the whole
it.
age gap.
You better have a
age
good
is just
answer.
A number to me, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, though, like if I was a 22-year-old and a 40-year-old was pursuing me, I would think that's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
If you were a what?
If I was like a 22-year-old and a 40-year-old was pursuing me, I would probably find that a little strange.
You know, the only time they find it strange, if it's a 40-year-old who's broke, doesn't have a nice car, who's not a celebrity, right? Because we have all these celebrities who are 40 years old, they would get her at any time. Like we have all these movie stars. You think if a movie star who's 40 years old approaches a woman who's 22 years old, she's going to say no? She's never going to say no. But if she knows he's rich, he's pulling up in a nice car, in a Lamborghini, in a Rolls Royce, you think a 20-year-old woman is going to reject a rich 40-year-old man for a 20-year-old broke guy? It's never going to happen. I don't know why they lie. Like this is so guys, I'm heated. I don't know if you can tell. It's so annoying because they're lying.
Find it strange.
I would find it strange because I'd be like, what do I have to offer you? Like, you know what
Your
I'm
beauty.
saying? Like,
yeah, your beauty, your youth, your fertility.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Bro, like
so
that.
much objectifying here.
I know it's very triggering,
not
but
your
it's the
personality,
truth.
definitely not that.
no, I totally understand. When you guys said,
Obviously, assuming she has a personality, those are the
maybe
benefits that
legs and
comes with
feet
it.
too. She can walk over and then suck that big old.
What the fuck?
All right.
It's just
Okay,
like-
man. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to you guys when in here with Boogie on another nice live stream Wednesday. But I have another video because there was a crazy chick saying crazy things. I have another video to go through, so let's leave the crazy one over there. Let's get to Lapif. Guys, I need to get to Lapif's panel. People have been asking me. I need to get over there. I was supposed to be on their panel last week, but due to miscommunication, I wasn't able to. But one of these days, you guys are going to see me on Lapif's channel. So very, very soon I'll be over there. I promise you. God willing, I'll be over at Lapif and we'll be going through it. Anyway, what's up, guys, man? Like the video. We cooking. All right, next video. Actually, I'm not going to do Lapif now. Okay, I'll do Lapif since let me keep my word. Since you guys are probably waiting for Lapif. Okay, here we go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, here we go.
Resonate with the youth. Do you want them to hear and understand what it is you're saying?
Yeah, I do all the time. It's just
No,
it's
no, no, no. I'm asking, do you? Are you saying yes?
Yeah,
Because
I do all the time.
I
Always
know,
do along with
like
them.
my father, he just want to get his shit off. He don't give a fuck if
Right.
you agree or not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I
And
talk to
so
the youth all the time.
he gonna say, well, I understand what that means. I guess we have to understand the effectiveness of it, though, right? And so I'm pretty rigid with the kids I coach high school football, right? So I'm literally entwined with them, you know. But I think Sierra deserves a few follow-up questions. When we don't follow up, we just leverage the opportunity to tell her what we think is right, right? So there's a question: why?
Okay.
Why? Well. Now I'm just. I was just asking you a couple questions, right? But like, I would ask her why, right? And then when does grace abound? And then how do we leverage trauma in terms of what grace this person should get as opposed to the other? Because we all have traumatic experiences that we think are the worst.
Well, the thing
right?
is, she's not
Well,
complaining.
no,
about
this
her-
is
she's
more
not
for
complaining about her
Sierra.
past,
Well,
though. She's not
Lady O,
complaining.
right? So this is more for
That's not my
Sierra,
point.
right? But this is my point. Yeah, my questions. I was done when I was asking you those questions, but I'm now, because these are a few things that should have happened, so we can mine through the subject and still get to the point that you landed on. But you have to first navigate it and mine it through, right? And we can get her to see the error of giving grace to everybody, as opposed to just saying don't give grace to everybody, right? We got to walk people through and make them think it's their idea.
Well, the thing is, I did what I did. I look. I don't. This is the thing. I don't coddle, right? The thing is, this is a hard.
Me neither. That's not what we're talking about.
Okay, but it is because you want me to. Okay, look. I wasn't talking about her. She has not. She's shown that she's accountable for things that she did in her past. I'm talking about from the generations under us. I talked to them a whole lot, way more than you realize.
Why did you say coddling though?
Well, I think when you say that, oh, we got to give people grace because they came from a certain, no, we don't.
I didn't say that though.
Now, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying something that she did say. That's when I said that.
Dr. Lady O, you just said when I said, right? So now me and you are having a conversation, which is great now, right? So I don't believe in coddling either. So where do we go from there?
Okay, then I don't owe nobody grace because they came from a bad background. That's not my responsibility or my problem.
Did you do everything you achieved by yourself?
Mostly, yeah. But I also had, my ex-husband, my kids, and so I raised kids.
Salute to them. Did anybody ever give you a second chance?
Not really. I bust my ass in life. That's for sure.
Okay. Well, then if you're saying that you did it all by yourself and nobody ever gave you a second chance,
that whole second chance is like what though? Because
like
I married and I divorced and my ex-husband.
You had a kid, yeah, whatever the things are.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got married and I had kids, but to be honest with you, after that, I pretty much, me and my ex-husband basically just co-parent and raised our kids to the best of our abilities. But to be honest with you, I heard more no's and I heard yeses. That's the truth. That's what made me get out here and bust my tail.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying earlier, right?
Criticism in life. So the thing is, and to make you a stronger person. Everybody, you would never ever get a chance to please everybody. It's just not how life works.
You misunderstand strength, right? Because what happens is our experience should be everybody else's, and then we project it on. That's what's happening. You can't see it because you never received it, right? And as Black people, we put so much strength in going through diabolical shit, right? We think that the only way we triumph is through trauma, and we do ourselves a disservice. Now, I agree with you overwhelmingly, but there's a way in which you deliver the information, right, to really resonate with people, and I just wonder if that's the goal.
No, because let me tell you why. When I do, no matter how I come off, there is always the message, okay? I've talked to women in the most nice sort of way. It's never, ever my tone. It's 99.99% the message. We got to stop, okay? At the end of the day, it's the message. But again, the thing is that I worked hard in life. That's just the bottom line. I didn't sit up here and use my, these traumas or whatever to say, oh, this is going to hold me back. You keep going. This is why I say I never raised my sons with trauma. I didn't tell them the things that I went through as a child. I raised them as a mother should. So this is the thing. Sierra, she didn't seem to me that she was complaining about her thing. She seemed like she took accountability. I wasn't really talking about her at all anyway. I'm talking about for the younger women out here that's out here doing all this screwing. I was talking about anybody on this panel. You took it that way.
They're opening them legs.
Took it. What you mean by that?
But because you got people watching. You got hundreds of people watching this show. I'm talking to the younger girls out here who are out here
in the streets,
really thinking, the body count is okay. I'm talking about them, not talking about.
But it's a misconception, right? And so it's pure speculation.
That's not my problem, though.
Well, no. I'm saying no. You have a misconception, right? So when we start looking at the numbers, preteen pregnancy is down,
It ain't never been a
dumb, but they're
But
still
what I'm
fucking.
saying is, if you always
Because they got plan B and plan C and plan Z, but they're still fucking.
The people
Bougie, if you
that
don't
are
mind,
watching
this
this
would be
show are a
this would
part
be
of
a
the problem because
this would
they're
be a
on here every day of the week. They're not
Come on
sleeping
now.
with anybody.
Bougie, that's rude.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry, right? Y'all do it on purpose.
This is. I'm confused as to what she's saying.
Right, it's all
That's why I'm
good.
trying to get clarity.
Okay, say that again.
I'm
Nah,
saying.
Hemp wasn't done speaking yet, and I was trying to pull a poor lady up by accident.
No, it's all good. I kind of lost my train of thought. You know, I just say this, right? I'm heavy-handed with the kids, but one thing I believe in is you don't cuss them if you don't love them, right? And so there's a rapport built to where I can be heavy-handed, right? I can be direct, but you haven't built up rapport, and we just leverage our experience onto others and think it's gonna resonate, and that's where we fall short when we giving advice. Right, I'm not a graceful person in life, so when people talk about grace, that's not even how I conduct myself. But I understand about conveying a message to people that come from different generations, different walks of life.
Okay, well, I
I'm
check
good,
my
Marcus.
box and I get messages from younger people all the time, so I really don't care.
Yeah,
At the end
Kyle,
of the day, my message is my message. At the end of the day, I'm not going to change that at all.
You sound like these young girls.
Huh?
I said what I said. That's your
I
energy.
didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
No, I said you sound like these young girls. That I said what I said. Energy. You just,
I didn't hear that part.
You got the
That's
old school. I
fine.
said what I said. Energy.
Oh, well, I didn't hear. Okay, that's fine. But
what she's saying is not wrong. She's just calling out women who are out here in the streets. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, the only issue she has is that we live in the era where you can't tell women nothing. Even other women can't hold women accountable. Now, imagine as a man.
you know, but the thing is, that this is the thing. Everybody's tone is different. We can't expect everybody to have this subtle tone to get across, because everybody takes information differently at the end of the day. You'll be surprised how people will suck up information when they really want to learn. So that's my thing. But I wasn't being rude or disrespectful. I was really making a point about women should keep their legs closed and stop sleeping with guys that they don't. I'm just saying that's just the biggest thing. That's my biggest gripe with a lot of stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I was talking about anybody on this panel. That's y'all taking everything too far, not me. That's y'all.
Yeah, nobody said that.
You did
Y'all
just
taking
show
it
us.
way too far.
You did just give us an example.
Y'all going way off the whole. My whole entire point. Y'all taking it off the mark. Y'all took it off, not me.
You did just give us an example of how you just don't listen to. You never really take advice on here, from what I see. Most of the time, you are. Because we all can learn the same way that you say, "Oh, it don't matter how I say it. It's what I said," you know, so that they can take.
Yeah, but this whole thing of, oh, it's about the tone, it's about how you say it. Like, guys, there is no perfect way of saying something, right? One person could tell a million people something and they'll all take it different. Some people will think he's being kind, some people will think the person is being rude. But I think the most important thing is the message. So if you don't want to take the message, that's on you, but you cannot police the way everyone speaks, like everyone's tone. Like, what's the message? Is the message good or bad? Is it good? Okay, take out the good and leave the bad. But you cannot try to tell everyone to talk so nice, like as if they're at a wedding and shit like that. Like, that shit is annoying.
You just like the younger people who you coach and who you talk
What can
to.
you teach me that I have not been through in life?
See, that's the thing right there. You don't think that you can learn, so you're God.
You look up on someone older.
You've reached whatever point that God is. Whoever God is, that's who you think you are right now.
That's not what she
said.
And
You
maybe
said
some
you can't.
technology from younger people, but I already know AI myself because that's what I work with as well. But I'm just saying, I'm talking about life experiences. I'm not going to learn from you all. There's nothing you can freaking teach me. I have kids older than you, and I'm not trying to shame you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shame you, but I'm saying I'm at a different part of life. But someone older than me, yes, they can very well teach me because I'm not there yet. And I say that all the time. If you listen to any of my content on TikTok.
So a younger person can't, but Lady O, a younger person can teach you.
What you say?
Right now,
display behavior. She trying to shame. Okay.
right now, Lady O, it seems like you talking a lot. Like you giving me like a headache. It's too late. You talking a lot.
Keep asking.
Everyone is attacking her.
Still talking a lot. Like you still talking right
She's
now.
the elder, but
You
they're
haven't
attacking
said
her.
nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I haven't said nothing for a while. I'm saying that a young person can teach an older person. I understand you've been through life. You have a lot of kids that got married, right? You talk about all the success, right? All the stuff that you have established. But because the world is evolving, people that are younger can teach you. Right? Now, are you saying in general, or are you just talking about relationships when you say young people can't teach you? Please, yes or no?
No.
To the relationship or in general? Can they teach you? In general. So who taught you how old are you? Do you mind if I ask?
I'm 53.
Sorry. How old?
I'm 53.
Okay, so back in the day, I know, like, I'm a millennial, so it came from dial-up connection. Now we on Wi-Fi, right? You're telling me you kept up with all the times, and nobody in your family that's younger than you taught you how to use the electronics or anything like that?
No, I'm an iPhone user. I teach AI classes. I'm creating AI courses now. I learned a lot of stuff on my own.
They're really trying to come for her. I mean, where I come from, you have to respect your elders. But I have to give her credit for standing up for herself. The thing is, and all this came from the fact that she was trying to hold women accountable for getting their cheeks clapped out here every single day. All she said was women need to cross their legs, and everyone just wanted to come for her. But a shout out to Lady O. Do I agree with everything she says all the time? No. But in this case, when people get held accountable, they try to switch the message, because her message was clear. Women stop sleeping around. And I'm even surprised Lady Di, because for the most part I usually agree with Lady Di, but I'm surprised Lady Di was also trying to come for Lady O. They're both ladies, apparently. They have ladies in the name. Anyway, shout out to Lapif. Link down below. All right. So I'm gonna review this video. It comes from apparently it comes from this woman, I think, was sent to jail for refusing the dad to see the kids. I watched just a little bit of it. Maybe some of you guys have seen it on the internet, but I thought we should go through it and see what men go through on in a divorce court, or in family court, in child support, and trying to see their kids. Because men apparently have to literally fight just to see their kids, and sometimes have to go to jail. But in this case, it was the woman who went to jail. It's a long video, but we got. All right, let's go.
That was missed. I would like it made up, because this is just ridiculous. It hurts the child.
April Adams versus Gaffney Hilliard.
Good afternoon to both of you. The court will note that this matter is before the court on the front of the court's petition to show cause why the plaintiff, Ms. Adams, should not be held in contempt of court for a denial of parenting time. There was a denial of parenting time complaint filed by the defendant stating that he'd been denied parenting time from December 22nd, 2024 through December 29th, 2024. And that the plaintiff had not shown at the police department as provided for in the prior orders of the court. I would note that the referee had entered an order back on January 23rd, 2025, where the referee found the plaintiff was in contempt of court for denial of parenting time in September, October, November, December 2024. She was assessed court costs of $100, and the hearing was set for today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take testimony from both of you. Mr. Hilliard, I'll have you raise your right hand, be sworn in.
Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. As long as you speak up, you can testify right from there, sir.
Okay.
Tell me, you filed a complaint for denial of parenting time. Tell me what parenting time had been denied.
I filed a complaint for being denied parenting time from May 2023 until last week. The first order, the first custody order was dated January 2017 or 2017. And it went out the window in October of last year. And we got a new order granting me joint custody. I have not saw my child since May 8th, May 9th of 2023. Well, I did see her in school. I went to school to see her. And I stopped going to, I saw her once at school and I stopped going to school because I didn't know what type of, after speaking with the administrator and the teacher, I didn't want to confuse the child anymore. And I stay away from the child for that matter, because I don't want to confuse her anymore, because we have a great relationship, me and my child. However, Miss Adams just, for some wild reason, refuses to allow us to have a relationship. Now, it's been noted that Miss Adams has accused falsely me of abuse, of domestic violence. I was arrested, released, charges not filed because of investigation, found there was no domestic violence. I've been accused by Miss April Adams of abusing my daughter in some type of sexual nature with the video that was investigated by the Battle Creek Police, friend of the court, and CPS.
This is sad.
And it was actually stated in the custody order that Miss Adams had actually violated the law by sending the video to my sister in Georgia. Now, I didn't pursue charges through the prosecuting office to hurt her in any kind of way, because this child needs both of us. This thing had caused me to go into substance abuse for a period of 2 years.
Okay, sir. Well, I'll let you go on, but substance abuse is a choice. There's
Yes,
nothing
exactly,
that you can do
exactly.
that's going to say you have to get into substance abuse. So
Well,
I'm
okay.
going to disregard that.
We'll disregard that. However, I did get treatment and I'm still in treatment today. I see a therapist twice a week. And I've been doing that since November the 9th, 2023. And I just want a relationship with my child. I want my parenting time. I want my parenting time that was missed. I would like it made up, because this is just ridiculous. It hurts the child. It no longer.
It does hurt the child, but women don't care. They don't care. You know why most women refuse men to see their kids? Because they know men get attached to their kids. Men will do everything for their kids, but if she knows if she keeps the child away from you, it's going to hurt you. But eventually it hurts the kids, but the women don't care. They're more focused on hurting the man.
Well, yeah, I don't like it. I don't feel good, but I'm not going to jump off the 36th floor about it.
Okay.
I'm glad he's
Court
speaking up.
notes, and you had mentioned sometimes there was an order regarding custody, parenting time support, and contempt, in which the court awarded through the referee at that time. There was a referee hearing in September and October of 2024. The order having been entered on October 22nd, 2024, which awarded you joint legal custody, physical custody, and physical custody. And it provided for parenting time in alternating weeks and alternating holidays. And there was another referee order, as I said, on January 23rd, 2025, which held her in contempt for denial for those particular months.
Wow.
And you're saying that since, because it's the last one under the January order would have been sometime in December. So you're saying in basically January and February as well, you've been denied parenting time?
Not only that, but I'm also saying I have been denied parenting time, period. I haven't received 1 minute of parenting time since we've been separated.
Well, let's focus with me.
Okay.
I'm asking you January and February
Yes.
of this year.
Yes.
Okay. And I would assume anything in March.
Nothing.
So he's been denied parenting time this whole time. Can you guys guess what would have happened to him if he was refusing to pay child support? So it would probably be jail time, right?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Adams, do you have any questions of Mr. Hillier?
I have so many questions, but
Here we go.
that can't be addressed here today.
Okay.
She has nothing
I mean, but
nothing to
yes, I
say.
have a lot of questions.
Well, this is your time. If you have any questions concerning the denials, this is the time to ask them.
She's guilty.
I mean, Your Honor,
Okay, I'm gonna let you have a chance to testify in a moment. I'm just asking, do you have any questions?
I haven't watched this
No,
video,
Okay.
but I think she's gonna cry. You
Now,
don't.
ma'am, what I'll do is have you raise your right hand, be sworn in, and then we'll proceed with you.
Those fake tears, they're
Do you
about to
solemnly swear
come.
or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
yes. I do.
What would you like to tell me, ma'am?
Yeah, we was together, when I had my daughter, I decided to stay with this man. I knew about his past addictions, I knew about all that. I know that's neither here nor there, but it does play a role in what's going on. I left him when our daughter was 2. He got back on drugs, as he stated himself. But we separated.
The fake tears are
This
coming.
time around,
Look at the
he
fake
got
tears.
clean. I decided to help him. He went to check himself in the VA. I said, okay, I will watch your house where I used to once live. I will watch your house. I will check your mail. You know, I agreed to that because I had my daughter, my dad in my life. So I know the effect that has on a child and a girl at that. So I helped her dad so he could be back in her life. And he got off drugs until he came back home. I have no proof as to whether he was using or not. I just know his behavior changed. I went back to my apartment, which I had, but before I did that, I found some disturbing videos in my daughter's phone sent to her dad, which he just spoke about himself because he said I accused. And accused him. I sent him a message asking for some type of clarity. Because my daughter don't do things like that. I mean, they're disturbing. I don't know if I can address that here. I don't know if I can even say what it's about.
See the fake tears? They always do
They were
this.
disturbing. There was an investigation.
They always do this with either fake tears or they try to accuse the man of doing something to the kids. On his own kids. Now she's trying to say he did something to his own kids. Now look at the fake tears so that the judge can give her sympathy.
Mr. Hilliard went hand over his phone.
He's so bad. It's
I handed
annoying.
over mine. I handed over my daughter's as well. The investigation was closed. I have no clarity on that situation, but that's all I'm holding time.
Stop. Who did the investigation?
The Battle Creek State Police. Emmett came first because of where I live in my apartment, not as.
Okay, so Battle Creek City Police?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said, and then you said Emmett did an investigation or not?
Well, no, Emmett came because technically I'm on the cusp of like downtown and I'm on Keenan. So I know you're familiar with your, but so it's like Emmett came first, but then the Battle Creek Police and everybody came on Mother's Day.
Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter when they came.
I know, I'm sorry.
When, so Emmett Township, because you were there, did they do an investigation?
No, the Battle Creek Police Department did.
Okay. And I think he said that CPS had investigated as well. Did CPS do an investigation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I think because we haven't heard anything that city police and CPS didn't find anything, did not substantiate. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I understand why you may have some issues when if these things come up, it's justifiable that you're concerned, but if you want to change a court order, you have to come into court to do it. You can't do it unilaterally on your own, okay? Because that order still stands until it's changed. What else would you like to tell me?
That's it,
Okay, then tell me, because clearly the referee had previously held you in contempt for denial of parenting time for, again, periods of time through September through December. And now there's the denial as it relates to January, February, March. why have you not allowed that parenting time?
It's
What?
I mean,
Fake tears.
just the personal. If you've seen the videos, Your Honor.
Well,
I'm
presumably,
concerned with handing over my daughter to somebody who's screwed after something happens again.
presumably, the police and CPS all saw the videos. Is that correct?
She's
Yeah.
lying.
Okay. And they weren't concerned enough to take action on it. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but usually they're very vigilant on these particular types of things. You understand? And so you do not dispute that you've kept the child from him, at least in January, February, and March.
Yeah.
So it looks like basically 5 weeks worth of parenting time. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like me to be aware of?
No.
Okay. Now, sir,
Other than Mr. Hillier did just go to jail for dropping dirty on drugs. They say he's with Michael Horn.
Okay.
He's on probation for a DUI. Yeah.
okay, well, we can address that. Go ahead, sir. What else would you like?
Okay, just to address that, I drop voluntarily through the VA twice a week, every Monday, every Friday. I have all results right here. Well, at least in November, December, January, February, and March. Another thing,
Okay.
our phones, my daughter's phone was turned over. April's phone was not turned over. My daughter's phone indicated that a text message was sent to her phone and then to my phone back to back. That's why I called the police. When I called her on Mother's Day to wish her a happy birthday, and I got the message right here on my phone where she tried to use it and jack me up with the court. It's written in text. We'll see what the court thinks about it. I immediately called the police.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
this is innuendo bullcrap.
Okay.
Man,
Anything else?
the things men have to
remains
go
of this
through just to see
particular
their
hearing,
kids,
sir?
man.
This
This is bad.
particular hand, I would just like my parenting time.
Okay. And ma'am, anything else that you have?
She's gonna cry again. What?
I'm just really concerned. I never got no clarity on the situation, if it was or it wasn't. It'd be too late if I did. And to see it still now his behavior back into drugs and I'm blaming me for drugs.
Okay, one more thing.
Hold on.
You know,
Well, you understand that he does have drugs test as he said, every Monday and Friday through the VA. You aware of that?
I am.
Okay.
Is there?
And he has the test results there, as he states, from, I guess, November, December, January, showing that they are not, that they're negative. So I understand your concerns, but you have to have facts and evidence when you come to court. You just can't make wild accusations.
And that's what
Anything
they do.
before the court makes a rule.
And that's what they do. Accusations all the time. I'm crying because they know most judges fall for it. That's why it works. That's why they keep doing it. Because the man is already presumed guilty. Especially when the cases of when they accuse the man of domestic violence of any sort, he's already guilty.
I'm just trying to protect my daughter, Your Honor, and this man is on probation for a DUI. Granted, people change and he does still drop okay, but he just dropped dirty and went to jail a week ago, or a week ago. Then is also on probation for assault and beating a girl with a shovel. Why would I have my daughter? Yeah.
Now she's
And what
fighting
happens
on
is,
accusations.
to present all that, these are just accusations you're making.
Exactly.
It's not evidence until you have proof.
Thank
of
you,
these
Judge.
Particular things, which you have a right at any hearing to bring proof, bring witnesses, bring exhibits, etc., which you have not done. So the court can only accept what your testimonies are in this matter. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
It does appear in this case that the court has referenced the orders that have occurred. There was an order of October 22nd, 2024, which provided with the parties joint legal and physical custody, that they were to have alternating weeks, alternating holidays. and that there had previously been a finding of contempt as well back on, or from the referee back on January 23rd, 2025, in this matter. So clearly, man, you have been in contempt in this case. And as a result, based upon the testimony before the court today, the court will find that you in fact are in contempt of court for denial of parenting time.
Exactly.
And the referee had previously had not ordered any makeup parenting time in this matter, simply held you in contempt, and had in fact assessed some cost at that prior hearing leading to the January 23rd, 2025 order. What the court is going to do, ma'am, is at this point is you have to turn the child over to the defendant. And what the court is going to order at this time is, because I'm not going to go back beyond the prior order saying that he's entitled to his 5 weeks of makeup parenting time and his regular weeks. So it means he would have the child for 10 weeks straight because of that fact. What the court will do, ma'am, is at this point, the court is going to remand you to the custody of the Calhoun County Sheriff. And what will happen is you will remain in the sheriff's custody until the child is turned over to the defendant.
Go to jail.
Okay?
Thank you,
So
Judge.
what will happen is you're going to have to get a hold of somebody to get the child to the defendant so that he gets his parenting time, which will be 10 weeks. And then after that 10 weeks, then we'll go back to the alternating weeks as the order states. So until that occurs, if in fact the child is not turned over, then you will remain in the custody of the sheriff until such time as the child is turned over.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge, man. We need more judges like this. Do you know how many men go through this same situation? The judge puts an order of, split visitations, split child time, but the woman refuses the man to see his kids. But when the man misses one child support payment, here comes the woman, oh, judge, he refused to send child support, and then the man goes to jail. But we are starting to see more and more women being sent to jail for refusing men to see their own kids. Honestly, for me, if a woman refused me to see my kids, the first thing I would do is take a DNA test. Because why would you refuse to see why would you refuse me to see my own blood? I would do a DNA test right away. Because if a woman is fighting so much not to let you see your kids, maybe those kids are not even really your kids. I would start questioning. I would take the kids straight away to DNA. I'm telling you. But anyway, guys, shout out to Mariam and everybody still in the chat. So this is my time for today. I have other videos to go through, but I think I'll do those sometime next week. So thank you guys for being in here. Shout out to Mariam. Shout out to E-Class. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to William. And everybody watching who hasn't commented. I know you guys are on there supporting your boy. So I'll be back next week. I have other videos to go through, but I gotta run. I got some other responsibilities to go through. So I'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget, I'll be dropping videos like I always do. I'll be back I think I'll be back both Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll be back here. All right. So shout out to you guys. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you for your support. Till next time. Peace out.